December's arrived, we've got Christmas jingle jangle all around us, which makes this, Linus, I think, a very good time to maybe sum up emotions, thoughts and opinions about your 2018 racing season, in which, of course, you were crowned the BRDC British Formula 3 champion. A few months after the end of the season now, when you think back at this season, what are your outstanding thoughts?
Well, I think mostly just happiness. And to be honest, I'm proud. I'm proud of both what I did on track, but also what I've done off track and working with the people around me and the package that we got now. I feel really happy with what I've done, and then obviously of getting the result as well is really just, to get the achievement of winning the British F3 title was just the ultimate goal of this year as well, and to finally reach it was incredible. But not only that, but I think the whole year has just been a roller coaster with emotions, mostly positive, but there's also been some down moments, and then ending it with the F3 title, but also the fact that I'm going to Daytona in January is just still feels unreal.
Yeah, so talking about that, let's look ahead towards Daytona, because in only a month's time you'll be in America for the first time of your life even, doing the Daytona 24 hours. What are you looking forward to the most regarding that?
I think just getting the experience with endurance racing, because firstly, like you said, I've never been to the States, so that's going to be an experience just personally to experience the country. But then I'm really looking forward to the challenge of an endurance race, because it's so far from what I've done previously with anything. Sharing a car with teammates and working with that, and then working your way through traffic or other quicker cars around you. I think it's just a whole other challenge, but it's still racing. So I'm really looking forward to that and trying to learn as much as possible, and hopefully I'll do a good job for the team. But I'm going there with an open mind. Have you spoken to any of the previous Sunoco Whelen Challenge winners? Because obviously that's why you're going to do the race. Spoken to any of the previous winners of that, or indeed any other drivers who have previously done the Daytona 24 hours about maybe some tips and advice? So I haven't spoken to any previous winners, I will admit that, but I've asked a few people that's done a few endurance races, like Felix and Ted, and just trying to get some few tips and tricks here and there on what you need to focus on, and maybe the transition that I need to go through now, doing sprint races to endurance racing, and obviously getting the experience with the car, whatever it will be, will be an interesting challenge.
And maybe just to recap a little bit about what you've been up to after winning the championship title back in the UK there. We know you were doing the GP3 test, a very successful test when you were third fastest in that GP3 car. What were your thoughts about that test in general, and what did you want to get out of that?
The test in general was a lot of fun. Like you say, it was my first GP3 test and first time on the circuit as well, and first time working with the team. So it was a lot of new faces and new procedures that you had to go through. But I think we ended up pretty well. Obviously, the pace was good, like you say. We ended P3, but I think what felt mostly good to me was I felt very comfortable both with the car, but with the tires, and brings us on a bit about 2019, because that's maybe why we did the test, because one of the targets for next year is to do the FIA Formula 3 International Championship, which would be very close to this car, the GP3 car. So it was mainly just to get some experience with the car and with the tires, and maybe prepare a bit for that. And I felt really comfortable, and it was a lot of difference from the F3 Championship that I did. Obviously there's a lot of talk about the tires, and it was very different with the tires, and just the strategy and mentally how you approach a push lap or a cool down lap and the procedures around it. It was very tricky, but I enjoyed it.
So what will you be up to now in the rest of December? Is this the time to finally get some rest for you, or will you be busy racing and testing?
That's what I thought, that this would be like a calm season. No, but obviously you're always flat out, and as you all know, racing and motorsport, it's really a pretty small bit that you're actually driving. A lot of it is working with all the parts around it, and one being obviously a big question is budget. So that has been and will be my main focus throughout this winter time, trying to get everything together and discussing with the team and stuff like that. But hopefully we'll have something announced soon enough, and then maybe we can go into the Christmas with a bit of a relaxed feeling.
And just how positive are you of getting that FIA F3 dream, if you like, together for next year, and what might be the options?
Yeah, obviously, I would say I'm positive towards this. It's definitely a possibility, but it's not the end of the world if we don't get a drive for it, because there's a lot of other series out there that will provide the right steps towards the Formula One dream. So this obviously would just be two different paths. No one's better than the other, I would say. But as of right now, we've identified the FIA Formula 3S Plan A, so to say. And then we'll see. Obviously we're pushing for that, but we've got other opportunities as well.
Do you feel it's been very important for you that you actually managed to win the British F3 title this year compared to maybe being runner-up in that? Has that made a very big difference for you, you feel?
I would say so. I think mostly personal as well, because I do this because I love winning, and I wouldn't be that happy just being runner-up, especially when you fought for the championship. So I would say it's done massively for me personally, winning a championship, but I think also the recognition media-wise, and then obviously talking to both teams and potential sponsors, it helps winning a championship when you can say that. But also I've gotten quite a lot of attention, which I must say I'm really happy with back in Sweden when winning the title. So usually when you come to people, they might already have heard your name and stuff like that, and that obviously that helps a lot. I've gotten that first step into a company. So yeah, I'd say it helped a lot, both personally but also looking at the other side of it.
And so now then the plan, like you said, going to Daytona first is going to be the Raw, which is the test 3 weeks ahead of the race, and then the race in January. So that's sort of your next main topic, if you like, in your career then.
Yeah, that's correct. The next focus will be going to the States. I'm really looking forward to it. I think the whole experience is just going to be amazing. So yeah, like I said, hopefully we'll get the 2019 main season done by at least Christmas. And then the whole adventure of Daytona starts, and yeah, I'm just going to try to enjoy and learn as much as I can, but I know that it's going to be cool.